Alright, in order to make these shells, you're going to need flour, masa harina. Not corn flour, masa harina. And sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's coarse, but I always just put however much I want in there. And you know, I bought a glass jar for this, but I just haven't washed it yet to keep all this in. So yeah, that's about enough for 4 or 5, I don't know. And then you're going to want to put a little bit of flour in there, but not too much. So I'm just going to grab some flour. Yeah, that's probably good. Oh, there's some chunks. Don't be afraid to use your hands, guys. Just integrate that flour. All right, now let's put a little bit of water in here, shall we? All right, I'm just going to cold water. This is filtered water, by the way, from our tap. Just a little bit at a time. We're gonna mix it, and we want it to be kind of lumpy. We don't want it to be too like runny or anything like that. This is not pancake batter at all. A little bit more water. You're gonna mix it again. And see, the beautiful thing here is, if you put too much water in there, like I may have done, I don't know, let's see. You can always just add more of the freaking flour, man. Flatten them out right here. Now the problem with this stuff is it sticks to everything. So I'm gonna reach into this flour, grab a little bit, and just make me a spot here. I like to use a lot because this stuff really freaking sticks, and it's annoying when it does. I mean, I always use too much just so it doesn't stick because it pisses me off. Now I'm going to roll these into balls. About this big. My hands are larger than most, so. Put it right there in the middle. Now you need to flour your hands. Just flung flour everywhere. So your hands don't stick to anything. Now that hand is not going to stick. Now start pressing it down. You can do this with a rolling pin, but I'm stupid. And I like doing it this way. It doesn't matter if the shape is perfect, because it's going to be delicious. Oh, got a hole right there. If there's any holes, you can patch them. Not nice and round around the edges. I probably could add a little bit more water to this, and it would be a little bit more round, but hey. Alright, that's pretty good. It's not as pretty as it should be. I was hoping I would make a really pretty one for the freaking video. Yeah. Gas flame on about medium-ish. Oh no, I'm getting flour all over the handle. That's terrible. This is a really crappy non-stick pan, but whatever works. There we go, and we're just going to drop it in here. Being careful that none of it folds over. That is ugly. And I know a lot of people, I'm completely awful with arts and crafts, so I'm sure there's some people out there cringing, it's not a perfect circle. That's the sound that they're making in their head right now. And they see that it's not perfect. Alright, let's make this one more perfecter. Let's get this one going. Gonna make this one more round. Oh no, these are breaking apart on the edge today. I probably could have used a drop more water, but I don't mind them dry. They have a nice flavor either way. A bit better of a circle. You don't want that spot right there to be filled in. You can do it. Alright, let's get this one in there too. And I'm gonna make my copy. I'm getting flour everywhere. It doesn't matter, you can clean later. And you know, sometimes it's nice to make like 15 of these at one time and then put them in the fridge. So you can just warm them up the next time. Because it is a bit of a job to do in the morning before breakfast. Flip them. There you go. That one's nice and done. That must be the hot side of the pan. These cheap pans have hot sides and cold sides. Smell those, yeah. It's delicious. After 3 or 4 minutes, these things are done. So I think they're done. Yeah, that's done. Now what you want to do, so they don't get soggy, you want to put them onto a rack like this. What the?
Just throw it on there.
Just throw it on there, yeah. There you have corn tortillas. I actually like them when they're kind of dry, but I added a little bit more water, and see now it's a bit more perfect. So some of you guys that are freaking out that the other ones are kind of cracking on the edges because they're dry, a little bit more water will help. But like I said, I think they taste just fine without the extra water. I don't mind the fact that they have a funky shape. We're making breakfast tacos. You want to slice up some beets into straws. You want to dice some onions. You want to dice up some peppers, some bell peppers. Red bell peppers work. These are like green, but they were supposed to be red. Cilantro. Chop that up roughly. Then we've got our special sauce over here. Into the special sauce, we put a few scoops of mayonnaise, and then you put lime to taste. I like it limey. And then you want to put paprika and some cayenne pepper, both to taste. But you want a lot of paprika until it gets about that color. There's no science here, except the fact that it's going to be delicious. Next up, if you want a plantain, get a plantain. And you want to make plantains, you want to use them when they're like black. See this banana? If this was a banana, this would be nasty. But thankfully, this curved yellow fruit is still somewhat edible. I wouldn't eat that.
I would.
You would eat that. But plantains, this one, I mean, even if this was black, it would be even better. So I'm going to cut this thing open. I usually just, well, let's cut off the ends here. Get those out of the way. And then I usually just like to make an incision and just go straight down the side, peeling it just like this. These things can be a bit gooey and a bit sticky, but hey, it's delicious. Got it. Yes, look at this meat of the plantain. Alright, now when I cut these, I don't just cut straight down, that's no fun. I have to cut at a slight angle, but that'll give us slightly thicker slices, but also just more interesting.
It gives you a bigger surface area.
Yeah, bigger surface area as well. I'm going to grab some coconut oil here. You want a decent bit. Just slop it in there. And that will melt up and be really nice. Whee! Don't burn yourself. Don't do this. At home, do not do this. No one should do this. It is stupid. It is so stupid.
Use a spatula and shut up.
Coconut oil is good. It's also one of the best high heat oils. And this is something you want to cook on high heat. I mean, you can deep fry these things if you're crazy, but I mean, I'm not crazy and I don't live in Miami anymore, so I don't have to deep fry this crap. I could just pan fry it just fine. Oh no, I'm losing one. Get up, get back on the thing. The counter's clean. And we're just gonna flip these things. They're gonna get nice and golden. They can get a little black too. That's all right. Some of you guys may like refried beans with your tacos. I do, so refried beans are always good. Just warm them up. I mean, you can just get any canned kind. I really prefer organic because they don't have a lot of shit in them. I'm gonna flip some of these things. Let me show you what they look like when you flip them. Yeah, that's what you want. Now that one's getting a little. Oh, there's two. He was a spy. All flips. That one's a little. It doesn't matter if they get a little dark. They taste delicious that way. Nice and flipped. These are going to be brown on the other side, then taken right out. I put some butter in there. The egg kind of like dispersed the butter, but that's okay. You want a cold pan for these eggs. Kind of strange. A lot of people are used to like either scrambling their eggs outside of a pan and then pouring them into a hot pan. But no, we want a cold pan for this. Get them all in there. Still slightly warm, but I just rinse it out with cold water. Kind of a medium flame. You don't want to burn the pan. As soon as the flame's on, you want to start mixing them around. And we're going to scramble these right here in the pan. And the idea is to get these things warm, cook them quickly. Scramble them the entire time. As soon as it starts sticking to the pan, we're going to move it off a little bit. You know? So we don't want any of them to overcook or burn. We want it to be nice and fluffy when we're done. And then we want it to stop cooking as quickly as possible. The last thing we're going to do to make it stop cooking is throw a nice scoop of Greek yogurt in there. And you want whole Greek yogurt, none of this 2% garbage. It tastes like ass. You want the real deal. If you don't want to do that, you can always use goat cheese. Just get a big clump of goat cheese and throw it in there, or any other creamy cheese that's good like that. Yeah, starting to stick a little bit, move it up. Uh-oh, sticking over there. Yogurt. Yo, Gert, what's up, man?
Not much, bro.
I let it sit there while I was goofing off with the damn yogurt. You should never do this. God, no, no. I've ruined everything. Now it's sticking to things. And if you do this correctly, it shouldn't stick very much because you bring it off right when it's starting to stick. So see when it's like starting to get about done right now? We don't want it to keep cooking and the pan stays hot and eggs cook so easily. So I'm gonna turn it off right now. Start it on for just one more second and then I'll stop it from cooking by putting a nice dollop of Greek yogurt right on top. That's gonna make it also a little creamier. This is gonna, cold Greek yogurt stops everything from cooking. Also, the Greek yogurt is really good on your taco. If you want to just put like a scoop of Greek yogurt on top of the taco, I started talking like Irish from, you know, like one of those YouTubers.
Let's play video. Oh my god.
I can take my voice. Watching you fucking 12-year-olds.
Back to the cooking video.
Alright, that's it. The eggs are done and we are ready to fucking eat. So what are you doing? What the hell are you doing with your finger?
Painting on some goat cheese.
Why are you...
Takes me back to my childhood.
Why aren't you using the fork?
Because it sticks to the fork.
Why don't you use a spoon then? I don't understand.
This is so much more effective. Don't be afraid to get dirty.
Alright, so you guys can put goat cheese on your shell if you want. Don't be afraid to get dirty. You can always lick your fingers. Unless you're too high class for that, then get the fuck off our channel.
This really adds to the flavor and texture. It's so worth it.
I use the beans instead of this, or I'll use some cheddar cheese. Sharp cheddar. Must be aged 3 or 4 years at least. Or else it's no good.
Once you have about half of the shell done, then it's good. Next, onion. Now you don't want to grab all the onion that you're going to eat because I'm going to put more on top. This is going to
And then, when do you do the plantains?
Oh yeah, I forgot we had those. Just a nice layer across the bottom. These are hot still.
Those are good. They have some sweetness.
The same goes for the beets as it does the onion. Just some on the bottom and then some more on the top afterward.
Yellow beets are pretty, but they don't have as much flavor. I mean, they're good crunch. But I prefer the red ones.
And then the bell pepper, I only put this on the bottom and I don't put it on top.
I put it on either way.
Now for the egg layer, my favorite layer. Like that. And then it will just fall ever so nicely. And the egg will hold in all the ingredients that are underneath it, for the most part.
And the only real difference in mine is that I have a layer of beans on the bottom because beans are delicious. And they kind of hold all the ingredients in them. So I don't have to worry about the eggs on top mashing everything down. I've got the beans on the bottom just grabbing all the stuff.
And then pepper. I'm a big pepper fan, so I like a pretty generous amount of pepper. And then our finishing amounts of onion.
More onion on top. Oh my god.
I eat a lot more onion than Logan does. I'm an onion fanatic.
Can you save some for me maybe, please, actually?
There's plenty here. Look at that.
Okay.
And then the finishing amount of beet. Very pretty, very pretty. And now, this is a complete necessity. This really ties all the flavors together. Nice layer of cilantro. And the cilantro sticks to the sauce. Yeah.
The only thing I needed to do to mine is chop up a lantern pepper. I like really hot peppers, habaneros, lantern peppers, ghost chili even. If you can get a raw ghost chili, chop it up, throw it on there. And the hot sauce that I would recommend with this, I really like the Tropical Pepper Company Ghost Pepper Sauce. If you want a lot, use this one. I like the fact, it adds a little bit of sauce. If you don't want a lot, grab the Scorpion Pepper Sauce. What I do is I add a lot of this one and a few drops of this one for good measure. And it's delicious.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna roll these into small ball-sized? Yeah,
So
ball-sized.
specific.
Very ball-sized. It could be beach ball size? No.
The earth.